In a world where laughter was king.
No in a world, Jack.
What do you mean, no in a world?
It's not that kind of movie.
Oh? Okay. In a land that...
No in a land either.
In a time...
I don't think so.
In a land before time.
It's about a comedian, Jack.
One man.
No.
When your life is no longer your own.
What does that mean?
When everything you know is wrong.
That's wrong.
In an outpost.
No.
On the edge of space.
There's no space.
A girl.
No.
Two girls.
No.
Now.
No.
More than ever.
Stop it.
A renegade cop.
I hate you.
A robot renegade cop.
You're fired.
You're fired.
No, you're actually fired.
I'm fired.
Get out of the booth, Jack.
No.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
The wicked ones obviously under heavy Masonic influence.
Line muted. Line unmuted. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. Tonight, the current nude rodeo barrel racing champion Karen B. and also Brian Burton will be your hosts. Mark stepped out tonight and left the keys to the studio lying around, so here we are. For those of you listening to this on YouTube and want to hear the show live as it happens, please go to Truth Frequency Radio for the latest schedule. Currently this show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, and yes, Caroline, if it is not March 5th, 2019, then you are listening to a recording. Quote of the day from the Peanut Gallery goes something like this. Your assumptions are your windows on the world. Scrub them off every once in a while or light won't come in. Isaac Asimov. Brian. The Flat Earth Expo in Auckland, New Zealand, April 26th through the 28th, 2019, is going to be the next Flat Earth conference that Mark Sargent will be going to. Then after that, the Flat Earth UK conference. Don't forget to check out the Flat Earth Sun and Moon app by DITRH. If you want to call in, the phone number is 213-233-3961. And if you are listening from the United Kingdom, call 44-203-393-2871. If anybody wants to call in, that would be great. Sorry, Mark's not here. It will just be me. Brian is supposed to be with me, but he's not talking. Brian, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Wow.
What happened? Because I thought you were supposed to start talking and you weren't talking. So then I started talking and I felt like I didn't really know.
Wow. Well, you know what? We figured this would happen because we did have a celebrity death today, right?
Who died?
Well, you know, there's 3 people on Mr. Sargent's list that he idolizes. that he really wants to be with. You know, one is George Clooney, two would be Brad Pitt. Well, unfortunately, the third one died today, and that would be Luke Perry, if you remember him from 90210.
Get out. Luke Perry died today?
Yes, he did. He had a stroke yesterday, and he was announced dead this morning.
Wait, he had a stroke?
Yes, he did. 52 years old, and he had a stroke, and he died today.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like only old people die from strokes.
Don't say that. I'm about that age. Holy cow. We will work through this. Unfortunately, for those of you who are wondering, yes, me and Karen stole the keys, and we are in control of Mark's show tonight. He had another obligation, and we figured instead of running a rerun, we would just steal his show tonight. Isn't that great?
Lucky us and lucky you. Aren't we all just so lucky?
We are lucky, yes. Well, you know what? We have a lot of calls on, so I guess we'll go right to them. I think we'll start. Let's go to area code 916.
Oh.
Let's see who we got.
I like that area code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I know who this is already.
What's up? It's Mishka. Oh my god, I can't even believe this is happening right now. You guys are so funny. I'm like dying over here on the couch. Oh god. Oh, so what have you just yeah, I mean I like this. I just can't believe you let Brian on.
He doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't know.
Then that'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm watching Behind the Curve for the second time, right? Well, I have it paused now for the show, but I had some friends who wanted to watch it, and now they want to watch Mark's Clues. So I think it's,
awesome.
You know, I'm like the documentary. I mean, poor Jaron, but
you know,
yeah.
I like the documentary. I thought it was a good documentary. I mean, I agree the ending is a little edited the other way. Okay. But all in all, I think it's brought a lot more people at least researching and looking into it. You might get 100 people that don't like it and think people are crazy, but you get 10 that don't, and it just expands.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's been a few of my friends who, I mean, they know I've been a flat earther and been into this, and they've just kind of, yeah, whatever, do your own thing. But after seeing this, they're like, wow, tell me more. So I don't have anything against it, but yeah, when they misconstrue things and do stuff like that and change results, that's not cool. But
you know what? It's had a really odd effect because it's like made people look into flat Earth who weren't looking into it before. Like there are people who show up in chat. They're like, I heard about you from the documentary, and they're actually nice people. But then, you know, people that have already been here for a while, people who are already flat earthers, they're the ones who are all pissed off. And that's where it's causing the problem, not to the new people, to the people who've already been here for a while.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, I totally see that. It's kind of unfortunate that people can't see the bright side of things, but yeah, what can you do?
Oh.
Well, I will let you guys get back on to your commandeering of Mark's show. I just wanted to give Brian his blush and tell you that I love you, Karen. And
I love you too, Michelle. Can't wait to see you again.
I know,
all
me
right.
too, man. All right, guys, have fun. I'll flip.
Have fun.
Hashtag Estroden.
Right,
No.
Yeah.
I'm outnumbered here.
Transdimensional.
Goodbye. That's right. I'm outnumbered, so she's gone. Can't have that. Wow. All right. Our next caller will be from 212. 212, you're on the air.
Oh man, hey, how you guys doing?
Oh my gosh, how are you doing?
Very good. I was wondering, where's Mark tonight? I was hoping to talk to Mark.
Unfortunately, he's not here tonight, and like I said, we've hijacked his show. he should be back by next week. And I do believe he will be on Patricia's show tomorrow.
Oh, great. I was just wondering because I was watching Paul on the plane earlier, and that Wesley Stace guy, he came in and basically
All right.
he's talking about
Timmy.
giving,
Abort.
Well,
Abort.
He's aborted.
Oh, God.
Good old Timmy. By the way, your voice modulation, I mean, we know it's voice modulated in the beginning. I got to give him a chance.
Why?
No, I don't know, because it's a polite thing to do until he messes up. There will be no drama.
Just been like, oh, bad connection.
Yeah. Well, that's
I'll
the advantage, me being in charge of the controls of the spaceship, right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right, next caller. Let's see who we get this time. Canada. Canadian's always fun. 905. You're on the air.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Darren. How you guys doing?
Hi, Ginger.
Hi, Ginger Sugarbush. How are you doing?
Yeah, you guys got... Well, I'm doing fine, but you guys got the keys, so I just had to call in and say hi, and I got nothing, but just wanted to say hi, so here I am.
You've got nothing? Typical Canadian, hugging your maple trees, right?
You guys know that the sugar bush is where maple syrup comes from, right?
I don't know. Mine comes from Walmart usually, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate, Brian.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Mine comes from Costco. But I'd rather have a sugar bush that gave me syrup. That would be awesome.
Oh, crap. Well, I'm just happy that even though Mark's not on, you guys are doing your thing. So
that's right. We will
love you both.
Thanks. Have a good one, man.
Good night.
You too. Bye.
All righty. Well, actually, this is quite impressive. Lots of calls are coming in.
Fantastic.
I know. It's amazing. Of course, they might not know it's us yet. Who knows? So let's go to 304, West Virginia. You're on the air.
Master Gunner, Karen B. How you doing?
Hello.
How you do? So many people have forgotten that's my title. Thank you for remembering.
Oh, I know. Nah, you're welcome, man. You heard of anybody in the Navy who's actually worked with the railguns? If they factor Coriolis, curvature, anything like that? I haven't heard anything like that.
You know, I haven't talked to any of the naval gunners. But no, in all full disclosure, we do know that there are some, quote, calculations in the manuals, but like I have said, and a couple of artillery guys have said, we've never used them. We've never had any bad effects. But I haven't talked to any actual naval. There's not many naval guns left, really, to be honest.
Yeah, missiles and...
They got their missiles, and a lot of their guns, like the Marks and whatnot, are automated. So, but no, I haven't. Karen, you have some Navy stuff, I believe. You ever talk to one?
Well, yes. Yes. Well, I was married to somebody who was in the Navy, but his job was not above the water. It was inside the ship where you didn't see the water. But I did talk to another Navy guy who told me that when he joined the Navy, one of the first things they told him was that they're like, we treat the Earth is flat. Don't ask any questions, but assume that the Earth is flat in all your calculations. And they never said anything else about it. But from that time forward, everything he did was assuming the Earth was flat.
Yeah, I never used it ever.
Awesome. Okay. Well, maybe we'll get someone on here. Maybe.
All right.
What was his name? Sean McCreary, East Sparrow guy. I don't know. Maybe he knows something about it. I think he's out of the Navy by now.
Yeah, he is out of the Navy right now, I believe. But Mark will have to. Mark's got his contact. I don't have his contact information.
Okay. Well, good show, guys. Keep it up.
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Keep flat.
All right, let's go to. Oh, I think I know who this is. I'm not singing though. Karen, you can sing.
Who said that?
New York.
Oh.
That's so lame. Somebody should have sang to me. That's just wrong.
Listen,
hey.
Mark's
go
not
ahead.
here.
I am not
Sorry.
hearing you.
I apologize.
I know. My man crush isn't around.
Karen, why don't you talk to Mark for a second? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, too funny. How you guys doing this evening? Well, one half of you. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Wow, you are great.
Thanks.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, you're fantastic. I love your work. I love the stuff you do. I'm enjoying you doing Mark's show. It's a little weird not hearing him talking, but I think you can. I think you're a good replacement.
No.
Not that we're saying anything, but
Mark can't be replaced.
yes. That's what I'm saying. That's not really the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. I almost wrecked a spaceship, so I had to take control of it. Okay, what'd I miss?
Yeah, you don't want to crash the spaceship. Hey, I did want to ask or bring up that SpaceX video.
You mean where they got to go into the new capsule?
Yes.
That could have been contaminated. They were brave. They opened the outer hatch. They put on their gas mask or oxygen mask. I'm not sure which one. They look like gas mask. They opened the inner hatch and went in. And they forgot to close the outer hatch. I'm confused. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. It's mistakes like that are just unbelievable, and people don't see it. They don't catch it.
No.
I don't know. I was a big sci-fi fan, so I've watched all the, Babylon 5, Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, all those shows. And I've always noticed they open the outer hatch, they walk in, they close the outer hatch, and then they open the inner hatch. If they were worried about contaminations or bad air, that's just
anything, right?
I think even Bugs Bunny did it that way too. So
yes, they just did it on the Orville last week when they shot a dude out into space.
I still like that show.
Hatch.
That's right.
I watch it. I can't help it. I still get entertained. I don't fantasize like it could possibly be real anymore, but I'm still entertained.
I'm entertained. There's lots of shows that we like. I mean, Walking Dead. I don't think zombies are actually going to walk around, but I still watch the show. It's fantasy. Meaning, and besides, sci-fi, last time I recalled, meant science fiction.
Correct. So. Yes. Oh, wait. My phone locked up. I have a quote for you.
I'm not... Well, I started to talk to the peanut gallery earlier, but that guy can't spell. I don't know what Mark sees him, so...
The peanut gallery's not going to help you? Oh, that's lame.
He's trying. I'm just not going to let him because... he's bad. I kind of see what Mark's talking about.
That's fun. Well, I have a quote for you guys. And and this is only because you guys already used the word, so I said it. Don't let others hijack your dreams. Be captain of your own ship and master of your own destiny. Joan Madeline Moore. And that's because you hijacked his show.
Well, he let us. He made the mistake.
Yeah, well, duh. That's like leaving car keys around me. I'll take your car in a second. Absolutely.
You're not
especially
from
if it's
New York,
something
are
nice to play with. No, well, I'll use a Puerto Rican key. I'll smash your window and hotwire it, please. I know how to do that, but I just, yeah, that's awesome. I'm enjoying that you guys are there, and this is fun. And I'll get off, I'm sure, because this is a call-in show, right?
Oh, that's right. We're supposed to take calls. You're right.
Do we
All
have
right,
more
man.
Yeah,
calls?
Oh, wait. Before you go,
What? Yes, sir.
is there anything else you want to say? I'm not going to.
Yes, there is. There is something I'd like to say. Thursday nights, if anyone would like to join us for night school with me, Zulu One, Shauna Collins, and the other guy, your host from tonight, Brian Burton. Thursday nights, 9 o'clock. We're trying to actually get on at 9 o'clock. I've been a little lax with my schedule, a lot of stuff going on, but I think we'll be good. And we may have to go old school if I don't have the computer up and running, but we'll be on. Promise. Thank you. And I love you guys. Thanks.
All right, Joe. Have a good one.
All right,
I'm impressed that I remembered or got your hint.
Yeah, that is impressive. Have
Yeah.
a good one, man.
All right. Bye, guys.
Night.
Okay, we got 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get this caller in here from North Kakalaki. 704.
Oh, Lord.
Hi, I was wondering if you guys were going to talk about Wesley Stace and the kitty porn on his thing.
Oh, Brian, abort.
Oh, it's done. You know what? I'll answer that question. The answer is no. I'm not going to discuss it. I know. Nope. Not going to discuss it. So we got 5 minutes. Try Texas. 832. You're live.
Mark Sargent, you shill. I'm going to expose you. Hello?
That's pretty good if you'd expose Mark Sargent. He's not here right now.
Shout out to Ace McCloud.
Should I call back
Shout
later?
out to Ace. Uh-huh. You know,
hi.
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 How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
So talkative.
Nothing. I'm sorry. I
We
got
got 4 minutes. I can maybe sit here doing nothing. I mean,
4 minutes and nothing.
This is the great Ace McCloud, and you're telling me you have nothing?
What's your number one
Dude, I
proof
never
that?
have
What's your
nothing.
number one proof that Earth is a ball?
The Earth is a ball?
Yeah.
Didn't you go to school? Like kindergarten? Hello? I mean, did you drop out before kindergarten? Like, geez, you should. I mean, everybody knows it's a ball. That's my proof. Everyone knows it's a ball.
Mm-hmm.
There. Good proof, right?
You're right. You've convinced me.
Perfect. Okay, good. So now what?
No, now we can all go home, I guess.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Crash this.
Sorry, I'm thinking of a funny GIF when I say that. It's this like Jew guy with a hat and a beard, and he's like, "Shut it down," talking into a walkie-talkie.
Or
If you're
you
on
can-
Discord, you would know.
Yeah, you can go to 24/7 Flat Earth Discord, and
Shut it down.
yeah, that'll be.
They're
my
on to
plug.
us. Shut it down. Good times. Oh yeah, shout out to the original ODD, now 24/7 Flat Earth Discord. It's got like thousands of members all over the globe now.
14,000.
What, 13,000 or something?
I
No
don't know.
way.
A lot. 13. It's a lot.
Oh,
There's
okay.
like
Well,
13
still,
and a
yeah.
half. I don't know. There's a lot of people in there. It's like the biggest Flat Earth Discord server there is.
There's
And
too
it's kinda-
many.
it's
Oh
busy.
man, if you like
Super busy
banning
now.
people, holy crap. You will get your fill over there. It's like ban. Like what's that dude from Flintstones? Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, bam.
Bam Bam?
Yeah. Bam, bam. Yeah.
It's so hard to remember that name as you're saying it, though, isn't it?
Bam, bam. Yeah.
I've heard of that channel,
Good
but
times.
is there any
Good
Bigfoot
times.
talk?
Actually, back in the day, man, I got some notoriety. There's this website called petitions.org. And, we're, just starting up and, of course, getting the onslaught of trolls. And what do you do with them? You regulate them or whatever. And they don't like that. And they're like, freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Next thing you know, there's this petition going around to get me removed from the server, and I'm abusing my power. And dude, there was like literally 300 people that signed this petition.
Did it get to be that many? No. Was it?
Oh
300?
yeah. Oh my, well, okay.
I don't remember.
Like
I never.
180 when I thought last, which was right when it was happening.
I don't know.
So I
But
mean,
it was
I assume
more than I would have ever expected to actually take the time to sign a petition. It was
Too
pretty
many.
funny.
And they all wrote comments. They all wrote like little mini paragraphs, like explaining how I was this evil person, which, whatever. Anyway, join Discord if you haven't, because it's like YouTube 2.0, but more interactive.
We got 30 seconds before the break.
33 seconds, yeah. So what should we do?
No.
3.
All
right.
What, are you going to hang up on me? Oh,
No.
I see how it is.
You're darn right. Whisper into Ace.
Whisper into Ace.
We'll be back.
Real people, real radio. Wherever you are, make it TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
And we're back with myself and Karen B. Hijacking Mark's show, if anybody's wondering. How you doing, Karen?
I'm doing great. And I'm so glad to be taking over Strange World tonight. It is a MK Ultra Strange World.
Nope. BK Ultra tonight.
BK Ultra, that's right. BK Ultra, yeah.
Serving it up flame broiled tonight. All right. Let's go to our next caller at area code 410. You are live. What are we talking about tonight?
Hi, this is Brad. How are you all?
Oh, hi, Brad. How are you?
I'm doing well. I want to talk about the Israeli spacecraft that snapped a stunning selfie on its way to the moon.
Really? I haven't seen this. Have you, Karen?
Israeli spacecraft? No. I heard that the Israelis were supposedly supposed to get into space. I did not understand they already had something in, quote unquote, in space already. That's interesting.
I like quotes.
So this spacecraft was launched out of Florida, allegedly.
So it was launched from here.
Yeah, 23,000 miles up, and it put a photograph of the Earth, and in the background, and a nice little sign that kind of established the Israeli launch into space. And I just want your take of it. If you're not sure of it, I'm looking at this photograph, and
I just pulled it up myself. I sent you a link, Karen.
Taken back by it, and I'm seeing kind of some sense of strange photography. It just doesn't look right to me, and I'm not buying it. And I'm thinking it's part of
what the heck is this? Is this for real even? This is a joke, right?
Well,
no, I got this from the Guardian.
Twitter. They've been tweeting about it all day long, and it's a really goofy thing, and I just had to call in.
I recommend people look at this. This is I don't know what
this
to say
is insane to me. This looks.
Wait. I know what. You know, it has to be real because this looks so bad. It looks so bad. It has to be.
You can
real.
tell it's real because it looks so fake. Well, it looks extremely fake.
Well,
so
it's
that's
really
like the
fake.
worst thing I've ever seen.
You can look at a couple angles of the sunlight coming in or the light, and it's just not. It's not adding up, and and even the sign in front of the Earth makes it look even more fake. And I'm just trying to rationalize what's going on here with the propaganda, because now this is tapped as Israel's first photograph from space. Okay, great. Now they got it, we got it, everybody's going to get it, and it's just going to try to keep perpetuating the lie going on and on and on.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. This is the funny thing. So this spacecraft is on the way to the moon, supposedly.
It looks like the original lunar lander. It's like made of foil.
Well,
it's
they
wrapped
all
in
are.
Foil.
Aluminum foil is the best protection. You know that.
Oh, that's how you get through the Van Allen radiation belts, is with the
right.
foil.
But here's the thing I'm going to bring up, and Karen, you did this a couple weeks ago. You remember that great Japanese or Chinese picture of the moon with the Earth in the background, the little teeny tiny Earth in the background?
Yes. And
how
far away is this?
It's on the way to the moon, so it's not there yet. And then what was that, months ago with the moon passing in front of the Earth? We compared it, and the Earth's so big.
Yeah.
Someone has to learn scale in these people to get this right or explain these, because they're never the same. I mean, I don't know. People have to go there and look at it yourself, make your judgments. This is just laughable to me.
The Earth literally looks like, it just looks like a ball, like a light, like a fake light, like you buy at Hobby Lobby. That's what it looks like.
You know what? I'll give them credit for this. This is the first out of focus Earth I've seen from space.
But the edge of Earth is perfectly in focus, but the rest of it's blurry. Why is that? I don't get it.
I'm not a Photoshop expert. You know more about that than I do.
Okay. I don't understand why everything would be blurry except for the edge.
Thanks for taking my call. I just had to point this out because I stumbled upon the program. I'm interested in it, and I see this funny tweet blasting across the internet, and I just had to say, wait a minute, this is so funny looking. It's not real.
It is. We'll have to do some more research. Thank you for pointing this out, though. I hadn't caught this.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's so bad.
It is. It is pretty bad.
It really looks bad. I can't believe they say that's real. All right, thank you.
Thank you
for calling.
Have a good night, guys. All right.
You too.
All righty, that's
wow.
That's a real. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, go look it up. I don't know.
What am I looking at?
It's like they got a small.
It's so bad.
Yeah, well, can't be perfect all the time, right?
What did you search to bring that up? Because people should look at that right now. What did you search? Just like
I just typed in Israel spacecraft selfie. and The Guardian and a whole bunch of other stuff came up. Evidently, it's what's the word that we love? Trending or something. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, let's see if this next caller has got more information for us on something. Area code 816. You are now live with Karen B and myself.
Hey, did Mark take the night off because his friend Wesley Snipes got a
abort?
Wow! Oh, wow! Okay, next caller. Let's try. Let's go to Texas. 832.
Couple more of those, and there won't be any more call-ins.
Yeah, 832. You're live.
Hi, second time caller tonight, first time listener. I just forgot to say something earlier.
I'm sure you did. What was that?
Say it now. Oh yeah. Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, shout out to Ace McCloud.
Wow.
I said
Shout
that
out.
earlier, by the way.
Karen said that earlier.
I did say that.
Yeah, but I didn't say it. So, I mean, I appreciate the effort.
All right, Ace. Have a good night.
Okay. Yeah, have a good night. Bye.
Oh, let's go to 908. I believe that's New Jersey or something. 908, you are live. What are we talking about?
Oh, hey, Brian, Karen, it's Larry. How you guys doing?
Well, hi, Larry. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Larry.
Good. Listen, Mark got away. I tried to use the restraints. He got away. I know you hijacked this show, and he just got away. He might be calling in soon. He got a cell phone. Just be careful. He's gonna spill the beans on this whole thing. He was kidnapped. We'll get back to it later on. I gotta go right now. Guys, hold the show down. He'll be on soon. All right. See you
Larry,
soon.
Larry, this is very irresponsible of you.
Very. Don't you have a gun? I told you to shoot if he got away.
Larry, you're fired. Step into my office because you're fired.
He's gone. Okay, let's try area code 360. You are live. What are we talking about tonight? Hopefully it's something good.
Hey, it's Dan, Valley Music Journey. How are you guys doing?
How are you doing?
I'm great.
Getting
How are
by.
you?
Yeah, surviving the frozen weather in the frozen north. I'm not in Bali right now. Haven't been for a while. I'm on North Whidbey, as Mark's mentioned probably before. Apparently the NOAA, controlled by NASA, is predicting more death-defying health emergency cold weather for the north of the United States and Canada right now.
You know who's to blame for this, right?
Trump?
No. That groundhog. That furry groundhog.
Oh, yeah.
That is who's to blame
I
for
did
this.
hear about that.
Although, throughout history, I think he's been more right than weathermen.
So, Punxsutawney Phil, I guess, didn't see his shadow. Is that the problem?
Yeah, he said spring was here.
That's right. And also, we're breaking constant records, but they never mention it on the news. They'll kind of say, "Oh, it's been cold," and "Oh, yeah," But they. I remember when I was a kid, they'd have the record up on the screen. They'd have today's temperature, high and low, and then they'd say whether this is a new record or not. They never do that anymore because they want to de-emphasize that they're putting up false information.
I don't know. I mean, weather. I don't know. The weather's going to do the weather. I don't think anybody can predict it, and I don't think they know what it is.
What I was getting at is, there was an NOAA report out of Goddard about 3-4 weeks ago that said that they're entering a mini ice age. Then the scientist I tuned into the same channel, the same website, and the NASA source then said, "Oh, well, we're amending it to just being a cooling trend, a temporary cooling trend." And it said right at the bottom, this has been edited to reflect the addition is just a mini cooling trend, not a mini ice age.
You know, I saw a thing that the reason why their excuse that we're getting all this cold weather up there is because of global warming, the ocean temperature has risen and weakening the jet stream, allowing the polar blast to come further south.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that's the reason. And was that an NOAA or another research?
No, that was from NOAA. That was from NOAA.
Oh, NOAA. Yeah, that's what I meant. So,
yeah. The
interesting thing about NOAA, didn't they recently talk about that they have to sign non-disclosure agreements in the weathermen that deal with NOAA?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't vouch for that. Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, here, I guess I'll get to this and then tell me if you guys have done any research on this.
Okay.
So the first video I did that broke out and did anything of significance was about that New Zealand Otago Observatory on the South Island. And it's a NOAA observatory that I found out had been, and you can research it, I put some links, talking about the fact that it was originally put that in that area for these scientists to study the effects of the northern or southern lights, aurora australis, and electromagnetic energy. That was the original reason for the observatory, and they have that in their history when you go into their About Us, what they wrote about themselves. And they had a famous woman, PhD, so they talk about groundbreaking women in astronomy, and so you might like it, Karen. And she did all this research, and then all of a sudden she kind of they moved her. She kind of got disappeared from the front. They gave her a couple of parting gift awards and shipped her off somewhere else, Maybe she was getting somewhere. But at any rate, now all it does is these NOAA balloon launches where they're trying to, confirm weather events, and then they put on a bunch of GoPro cameras when they launch them, and that's where my video ends up talking about. But have you guys done any research into NOAA?
I haven't done much. When I was a teenager, I hacked into their bulletin board, but I haven't done much research on NOAA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen, what are you researching lately?
Yeah, I've looked at some NOAA stuff for sure.
Uh-huh.
NOAA and National Geodetic, blah blah blah, USGS.
Right.
Yeah, because of
and
the
then you get into the fact that NOAA does the mapping on the seafloor. So
yeah,
they're related to that geodetic survey because they do the ocean mapping.
Yes.
And I've met two people that do that now. They both have clearances, I won't say their names, but,
Yes.
I'll give you one more tidbit about NOAA before we go to the next caller, because we've got time limits. But, NOAA is the one responsible for authorizing photographs of second stage rockets.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes, they're in charge of what you can show as you launch rockets and satellites.
Right. And all these talking heads, when you turn on the news and the weather, those guys, they get a report from NOAA. They all get the same report for their area. And they might do a little interpretation and put a little editorial on the top. They get suitable for sheeple consumption, but they don't get back into where the data originates from. In Australia, they just disappeared the data when they found out the Sydney Harbor ocean levels were not really rising. They got rid of the data. They just stopped the production of the data on it. But anyway, I'm digressing a little bit, but you guys know where I'm headed.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff.
Yes, indeed.
It's all connected.
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed. Karen, what are you working on next? I'm waiting for another one of your vids. Besides Owen Benjamin, I mean, he's intriguing, but,
Yeah.
You do a great job with that, but,
Well, that's not really me, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm working on some stuff.
Oh, you're so scared.
Well, it's hard, I'm a mom. I'm a busy mom, and I try to do stuff when I can. I still want to do a video about the sun on the flat Earth, like an easy, like 10 minutes or less, how the sun sets and rises on the flat Earth.
Wasn't your sunspot video one of the biggest breakout videos you had too? Sorry, I didn't mean to correct.
No, it's okay. Yeah, actually I do want to redo some stuff in the sunspot video and re-release it. Yeah, I do.
Oh, but this
I
one has to do with sunrise and sunset spots.
Yeah, like how the sun rises and how the sun sets, like what you see, why the sun disappears the way it does, and that sort of thing.
I see. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your guys' time tonight, and what a relief not to have Mark answer the phone. Whew,
I know,
thank you.
isn't it? You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hopefully Larry can
I'm
find
teasing.
him and stop.
Yeah, shout out to Mark, and shout out to Flat Earth Accord, or Flat Music Accord. Sorry.
All right. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Anyhow, night.
Flat
Thank
Accord
you.
music, awesome. Thank you.
Are you ready for our next caller, Karen?
Yeah. Yes,
I
I'm
don't
ready.
know. I think it's going to be an angry call.
Just have your finger on the trigger. That's all I gotta say.
I will. For this one, I will. This will be an angry
Come on, Master Gunner.
303. You're live on Karen B. and Brian's show. What are we talking about?
Hey, yeah, Mark Sargent, the show here. Wesley Stace got caught with kitty porn. Oh,
wow.
Hey, FML. That's all I gotta say.
I just sensed it. Let's try one more. We got 7 minutes for the break. Let's go to 720. 720, you are live.
Hi, this is Larry from Denver. And,
Hi, Larry.
I came across an interesting music video today. It's by REM about Andy Kaufman, and it's called Man on the Moon. And I was looking at the lyrics, and at the time I didn't catch it, but I'm looking at this thing, and it seems that Andy Kaufman is making fun of all of us for believing that we put a man on the moon. And if you look at the settings in the lyrics, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? And then these other things that are practical jokes. And do you believe we put a man on the moon? Well, that's another practical jokes, and you've all been had. So I just thought I'd mention that.
I remember that song. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Do you remember that song, Karen?
I do remember that song.
Okay, well, that's all I've got for tonight. I just thought I'd mention it. You look at the lyrics and the graphics that REM put up with that, and he's telling a joke on us.
Well, Andy Kaufman did play a lot of jokes, though. But yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, especially with like how he says, "Hey, are you goofing on Elvis?" And Elvis started dating Priscilla when she was 14, like that whole pedophilia Hollywood thing. And I can hear myself echoing. You need to use your listen page there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, and a national joke played on us, and Andy was telling us. That was interesting. All right, well, thank you. That's all I got for tonight.
All right, thank you.
You have a good night.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay. Well, now that we've cleared the board, Karen gets to talk.
About what?
That's a good question. What should we know? We hijacked this show. We didn't have scripts because we just got the keys and ran in here.
Yeah, the Andy Kaufman Man on the Moon thing. If you believe they put a man on the moon, I mean that's a big thing to listen to after the fact. A lot of songs that you'll listen to after realizing that you're probably not living on a spinning ball. A lot of things take on different meanings than they did before that. I mean, you start to see messages and things you didn't see them before. It's it's definitely changes the way that you look at the world, because before you were looking at the world with globe goggles, right? And then when you take off the globe goggles, you start to see all these messages and secret meanings and symbols and, things that people say or songs that you'll hear. Like there's a song that I had been listening to for a while, and it's talking about the summer sun running parallel to the sea, and it's like, well, that's sort of a flat earthy thing, right? Obviously, you're in the heliocentric model, the sun is not parallel to the sea. The sun is way out there, and we're going around it, right?
Well, I got a caller in here. We got a little over 3 minutes, so let's see what
3 minutes.
Yeah, 623. You're live. What are we talking about?
I only have 3 minutes. Is that all you're giving me?
I could hold you through the break if you're interesting enough, Caroline.
I love Caroline.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Brian.
Hi.
You know what? I wanted to say and give kudos to Karen for sticking with Mark's very professional script at the beginning of the show. It was very nice.
Hey, I wasn't supposed to be the one starting. It was supposed to be Brian, and then like the music ended and there was nothing, and I was like, well, hello. Like I was like, well, I guess I better start talking. Holy crap.
Well,
no, I'm being serious. I love the part about, and yes, Caroline, if it is not, that's my favorite part of Strange World every single Tuesday.
And it didn't get left out. Are you happy? I didn't see. I feel bad that I didn't sing to Zulu. Maybe I'll sing to you later. If you call back, Zulu, I'll sing to you this time. I feel bad that I didn't.
I want to hear Karen sing Zulu. You got to call back.
I think everybody wants to hear that.
Oh, God.
Well, to be honest, Caroline, seems how we hijacked this show and all that and threw everything together. Luckily, Karen happened to have a backup of the intro, just in case something would happen.
I was wondering if you had that, because you know what? Guess what? I've been in the studio room where the magic happens, and he reads it every week. So don't feel like you're not allowed to read it.
Oh, well.
Did you know that?
Me. He's like, just read it. And I was like, well, yeah, because I ain't going to memorize it by tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Good job. No, I figured if someone was going to screw up, it was going to be Brian. So I'm so glad you were there and you recovered. So
hey, it's hard to drive this thing, okay? I didn't get clear instructions on how to drive this thing. We just stole it.
And you don't have the help of Peanut Gallery. So that's the thing. Mark always has the help of Peanut Gallery. So
well, you know what? I don't understand the Peanut Gallery. I'll be honest with you, because he's been trying to communicate with me, and I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I think that's really why Mark isn't here.
Man.
I think Mark snuck off with the Peanut Gallery, and that's why.
Oh, it's a sordid love affair?
Yeah, that's why Mark's not here.
Oh, that's a possibility.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right. I'm going to say you got about 30 seconds this time, Caroline.
30 seconds. Okay, real quick. Tell me what conferences you guys are going to. I know Karen's going to go to Amsterdam, and are you going to Dallas, Karen?
I don't know yet. I hope so. I can work it out to go to as many as possible, but I don't know.
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
I might go to Dallas. It seems I was so close by. I just might appear there.
Whoa. I might just meet you there.
There's the music.
I hear music.
That's
all right, guys. Keep up the good work.
All right. Have a good one, Caroline.
Good night.
Night.
And we'll be back after the break.
Censorship and regulation is becoming an ever-growing.
You must unite what has been set asunder.
We are TFR, Truth Frequency Radio.
Major Kong. Primary target the ICBM complex at Laputa. Switch all receivers. X, Kong. What about Major Kong? I never told you. Hey, what about Major Kong?
Welcome back to Strange World. Karen B has stolen it and hijacked me with her, so it's her fault. She's breaking the shit.
Wait, let me do my Mark Sargent impression.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Ooh, welcome back to Strange World, part 3 of 4. It's a call-in show.
Now you gotta give the number out.
Oh, sorry.
The number to call in is
213-233-3998. Please call in. And I'm sorry that Mark's not here. It's just me and Brian.
And we're fumbling through the controls. Although I did find
it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. You can ask me any question that you would want to ask Mark Sargent. I'm totally open to all of it. Go ahead. Don't not call in because Mark's not here.
Well, I just found Mark's got a secret stash down here. It looks like he's got a stack of Sears catalogs. I don't know what he's doing with those. I don't know, but whatever. So we do have callers waiting, so let's get to them. First caller, 214. You are live.
Be ready to fire, Brian.
I'm always ready to fire. I'm getting better. You're live.
Oh yeah, I guess Mark isn't there because the Wesley State.
Yeah, come on, abort.
Oh God, there's a delay. We knew it. I know. Let's try 612. 612, you're live.
Hi guys, how you doing?
We're doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. So I just wanted to, I'm actually a holdover from Paul on the plane. Unfortunately, they didn't get to me. So, but since you guys are on, I kind of wanted to ask a question, and I just wanted to kind of set the table here if I could.
Okay.
So I've been looking into the flat Earth for a couple of years now, and I try to look at both sides. I don't want to come into it to the table with bias and whatnot. And just looking into all the the information and the what are called proofs of the flat Earth, I've always noticed that there's always a explanation for them. At Paul the Plane, they talked about a selenium, which can be explained by a lunar penumbra eclipse, and then with the Bible talking about the firmament, which could mean a poetic meaning. So a lot of it, over the years that I've looked into it, is pretty much all conjecture. I have yet to see anything that could be held up as the proverbial smoking gun. So if you guys could give me your, maybe one or two best, bullets, murder weapon proof that the Earth is flat, what would you give me? Put it in my hands right now.
We can see too far, and Earth's motion cannot be detected.
Okay. And interesting thing on that is that, Earth's motion has actually been detected by, ring laser gyroscopes as well as Foucault's pendulum.
Okay.
And the seeing too far sometimes happens because of, atmospheric conditions.
Okay. Well, I'll go with this for a moment. I mean, he's being polite and mannered, so yes. The thing that gets, it's not so much seeing so far, but it deals with the curvature formula and all that. And they say sometimes we can see refractions and different stuff. They use their excuses and all that. There is no smoking proof like you asked for. I mean, I'm going to say it. There's no smoking proof. There's enough suggestion out there for both sides. And both sides can exist. So it's a matter of, I support people doing the research.
What is your formula for that curvature?
The base formula without all the tangents and all that? I mean, it's 8 inches per mile squared is what it should run out to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I've heard that too. And if you actually graph that, if you put that on a graph, it actually doesn't follow a perfect circle. It follows a parabola. It's basically a surveyor's rule of thumb, as I found, that is good for shorter distances, but it starts to get more and more.
It's good for plenty. It's good for up to about at least 1,000 miles, which is plenty far for what we're trying to see.
Right. And that's why I did say the simple formula. I mean, I've actually done with the tangents, cosines, and done the full geometry and all that, and I got what you're saying.
Right.
You know, it's a matter of here's my point on the whole thing. Science has given us. Now I'm going to rephrase that. Scientist has given us lots of theories and explanations for stuff. The problem I have is when they teach things that are quote fact, but they're not fact. They're still theories, and I think they should continue working on it to figure them out. But I don't think it's a fact yet. You know, I'm gonna bring up gravity. Some people don't like it. The effects of gravity exist. Absolutely, I believe in the effects of gravity. How gravity works? No, it's a theory that it's mass and whatnot. It could be other things,
and
but
that's
the effects
theory.
are true. And
But
that's
there's a difference between scientific theory and everyday definition of theory, meaning it's just an assumption or a guess. And I think we kind of got a disconnect there where we're talking about two different things.
Well,
but gravity can
it
definitely
does.
be verified.
Here's the one thing I'm going to do before we go to the next caller, and this is what I'm going to say.
Wait, gravity can what?
Gravity is verified to exist, even if we don't know exactly what it is.
The
or how something could be.
effect is verified. The effect is observed.
Right,
That's
that's what
the
I'm saying.
phenomena is
That's what I'm saying.
falling
But
to the
that's what
surface.
he's saying.
Right, but gravity is verified to be a thing, just like
gravity
air is
itself
verified
is
to be a
not
thing, even though
verified.
we don't see it.
Gravity itself is not verified. Do you mean Einsteinian gravity or do you mean Newtonian gravity? Which gravity are you talking about? And how is it verified?
Well, we're kind of splitting hairs now because I understand.
No, it's not splitting
but
hairs.
I'm
I mean,
talking
do you
about
understand? It's like
mass attracting mass.
mass attracting mass.
attracting
Okay,
mass.
so where is your scientific proof of mass attracting
Yes.
mass?
There is no proof of
Cavendish
mass.
experiment.
But that's not scientific proof. That's not
Actually,
scientific.
it is. It can be duplicated. It can be repeatable.
No.
High school students do it all the time. I mean, I know that you're arguing for incredulity. You don't believe it, therefore it's not true. But the fact of the matter is, people can duplicate
incredulity
Cavendish
because it's not scientific. Do you understand about what a scientific experiment
Not really,
is?
because it is scientific. Scientists have been duplicating
not
that experiment for
scientific.
years. Universities have.
Okay, so what is your observed phenomena? For your scientific experiment that you just said you had, that you said it's scientific. So what is your observed phenomena? Do you understand what a scientific experiment is and the rules you have to follow for it to be scientific proof? I mean, you just can't prove it scientifically. It can't be done. So what is your observed phenomena?
Okay, I'm going to stop. 1 second.
Okay,
Let me say one thing. Hold on, for both of you. 1 second.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is what we're going to say before we go to the next caller. All right. The effects of gravity, yes, are real. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson himself said, we don't know what causes gravity. They're trying to research it. And
But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I didn't say, no. We all believe gravity exists. The effect of gravity. Most of the people don't care and say,
Well, that means gravity
it's not
doesn't
mass.
exist, though.
No, it doesn't. It means that there is an effect that has been given a name of gravity. Is it proof of mass attracting mass? No.
Well, we call
Is it
it
proof
air,
of
but that's
bendy?
an effect
Is it
that we know
proof of
exists. It's
bendy
something that exists.
space-time? No, it is not proof
Alrighty.
of space being bent and
Actually, yeah, actually it is. And I understand that you don't really have anything to back up your claims.
And muted everybody. Okay, so we're going to go to the next caller now because we're getting to a circular argument. It just gives me a headache on circular.
it's a belief. That guy believes that there is some bullshit that is true, and I don't believe it because there's no proof of it, and it's just a never-ending circle jerk.
It is because, and I will say this, because if there was actual proof, then it would be done.
There was proof,
Everyone's
we
research.
wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here right now. Do you understand?
Oh,
Flat
yeah.
Earth would not be here right now if there was proof. I wouldn't exist. Mark Sargent wouldn't exist. Rob Skiba wouldn't exist. All these people would not be here if there was proof. End of story.
Let's see if we get a happier caller on the next one. Let's go to New Mexico. 505, you're on the air. Be nice.
Hello, Brian and Karen B. Good job tonight. This is John in New Mexico. How are you?
John in Mexico?
I'm doing good. Let's see if you can make Karen
in New
happy.
Mexico? Yeah. Is Dragonia there, by the way, Karen?
Dragonia is always here.
That's awesome. I've been waiting 3 months for that.
I'm drinking nothing but the best Russian vodka right now. It's making me very happy.
Nice. You make my night once again. Yeah, I had a couple comments and a question. On that Israeli probe, I heard you guys had a caller on that earlier. Did anybody chime in on that was, or catch it, that was a 6-week mission to get there one way? Did anybody bring that up, or have you heard about that?
No. The first I even heard of it was earlier tonight. You're telling me they're saying it took 6 weeks to get there?
I think it's still on its way. But when I heard it on the news, they said it was going to take 6 weeks one way, and I think that was 2 weeks ago. So it's still going.
Wait. The trip is scheduled to last 7 weeks.
I thought it was I might have it wrong. 7 weeks total, or 7 weeks just one way.
But still, the trip is supposed to last 7 weeks. And how quick did they do it back in 1969?
Exactly. I think it was in under 4 days, I believe. That's what was really curious to me, that why is it going to take so long if they're using,
I thought it was 3 days there and 3 days back.
Maybe it's a smaller engine. Maybe they used a Yugo engine. It's recycled. I don't know.
They did say it was a very small device, or whatever they're using here, probe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was another great.
They found a wormhole, except it actually makes it take longer rather than making it shorter.
Yeah. What will they come up with?
I don't know.
So yeah, and I want and anybody could chime in on this, Brian or Karen. On the opinion, what's your best opinion right now on the distance of the sun and the moon? Any thoughts on that from what you're working on?
I don't know.
That's a tough one because it looks so close. Okay, off the record, totally unscientific, just spitballing here. It looks so close. It looks so close. It's just right there. It's right there. Like whenever there's enough cloud cover where it filters out the sun enough where you can see the disk of the sun with your naked eye, and you're not using any glasses, you're not using a solar filter in your camera. It's like, there it is. You can see it. It's like, wow, it's right there. I mean, I've always thought that. That's what it looks like to me. And then it can't be triangulated. It doesn't matter if you're on a ball or on a flat plane. If you get 3 people and you try to truly triangulate the sun from 3 different positions on the surface of the Earth, it doesn't line up to one spot. Doesn't matter what you do.
I'm still working on that one with that program and all that.
And it's an aberration. It's a manifestation. It's like, who knows? I don't know. That's the $1,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 question. $76 quintillion question.
Wow. Yeah.
Right.
So are they able to triangulate the moon then? Because I've heard people talking about that within the last 2 years.
I haven't been able to do that one yet either.
No.
Okay. So that might be just a myth at this point. Wow.
It's one of those.
Of it all.
Here's the funny thing about the moon you can look up too. You know how you can see the moon always looks bigger on the horizon? It's always larger So my kids were curious about that, so we looked it up to find out why that is. What does mainstream science say about it? And the actual Scientific Academy, whatever it's run and all that, their paper starts with, there are 3 possibilities for it. Now, forget the 3 possibilities. Just by them saying there's 3 possibilities translates to, we don't know. They don't know yet. They have 3 theories on why. Which, the moon is one of those things that we've been looking at since probably man's been around, and they haven't figured that one out yet. They're going to figure out how far away and how many exoplanets are in some other galaxy. I'm impressed.
Yeah. It's all still a mystery.
But
wonder of it all.
These are the things that makes the flat Earth movement grow actually is just a fact of, Mark started his clues with some simple questions that have yet to be simply answered to anybody. Because, you think about it. If they had just answered his clues the week he came out when he asked about it, well, that would have been the end of him, right? But they still haven't really answered them. And that's the problem. They should. They get the money. They did all this knowledge. They've been to the schools. They've learned all this stuff. They got the knowledge. Tell us why. Don't give us the possibilities and everything else. You should know by now. And I think that's what the flat Earth movement keeps growing.
Yeah, it's going to just keep getting bigger and bigger. Can't wait. Wow. Well, thanks a lot. I'll let you get to the other callers. I just wanted to say hi and chime in and just have a couple shout-outs. Shout out to Amy in Syracuse. Everybody might know her from being the author of Grounded, A Flat Earth Awakening, which is a fun book if you haven't gotten it already. And also, I just want to welcome anybody in the 505 area. Anywhere in New Mexico, I have a small meetup group, Albuquerque Biblical Flat Earth Fellowship. And it's a great little group, and I encourage anybody in the area to join. We have real live meetups about once every 2 weeks, and if they go to Meetup, they can find it. As Mark always says, if you can't find it, you're not very good at the internet, but it's on Meetups, and again, it's Albuquerque Biblical Flat Earth.
Well, that's awesome.
And
hey,
yeah,
before you go,
you guys have a yes.
Why don't you email Mark Sargent with that information, and I bet he can probably make a little promo video.
Yeah, Mark makes promos on his channel for everybody. I'm sure he would gladly do it for you too.
Absolutely. I met him at the Denver Billboard meetup, and he said, "Yeah, send it to him. Yeah. He's fantastic."
Yeah.
So absolutely. Yeah. No, definitely. I just wanted to get the word out on the show too, and I'll get that to him. And
all right.
Have a great
fantastic.
night. Hey,
you too. Thanks for calling.
Okay. Yep. Keep it flat.
All right.
Bye.
Word. See, we get nice calls occasionally.
That was a very nice call.
Yes.
God bless that caller. Creator bless.
Yes.
Bless that caller.
Let's try. I gotta keep my hands on the buttons here. Let's try 304. 304, you are live on Strange World. What do you got?
Yeah, you don't have to drone strike me. But I called earlier. I just had to add one more thing to the last caller.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Rob Skiba does a show tomorrow night, Wednesday nights at midnight Eastern time. Guy, he's got a buddy named Mickey. He's done a theodolite test, a triangulation test of the moon height.
Awesome.
And it was somewhere around 300 to 400 miles up.
Yes, I know what test you're talking about. Yes, that was a good one that Rob and them did, and they estimated 300. Yep.
Yeah. But, that's the good thing about Flat Earth, like Mark says, the Truman Show, where Truman's like, teacher, I grow up to be a explorer. And teacher's, nope, we've already explored it.
Yep,
it's already been done.
Don't try to figure out what gravity is. We've already figured it out. Nope, they haven't.
Yeah. There's nothing to wonder about around here.
Keep moving.
All right, guys, take it easy.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you. Yes, we've got it all figured out. We've got it handled here. There's nothing to see. Just keep moving along. Yes. Nothing to see here.
All right, let's try 832. These boards move on me. 832, you are alive.
Hello. How are you guys doing? I win the record for most calls in one night.
I think so. You're like the first person I've ever heard be on the show 3 times.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds.
Nice. First. No, actually, I called in, originally because y'all had no callers, but then because the sound went out on YouTube. So, and now I'm here.
Oh, so you just listened?
So,
refresh.
Hey, it's your lucky night.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he can continue listening. We got, let's see here. We got 5 more minutes. I think we get one more caller in. Let's call one more caller. Yeah, let's try 269. 269, you're on. Be nice. Hello? What are we talking about tonight?
Oh, how are you?
How are you? Where are you? Do you know where you are?
Yeah, I'm in Michigan.
You're in Michigan?
Yeah.
And is Michigan curvy or is it flat?
Don't be nervous.
Do you live on a ball or do you live on a stationary plane?
A ball.
You live on a ball? Why do you think you live on a ball?
As I grew up, all those everything I saw as I grew up, like, I don't know, books, footage, pictures, and stuff. I always believed that Earth was round, and I believe all that stuff is true. But ever since I joined recently, just a few days ago, I joined like a community river of flat earthers, and it really got me thinking about it. So I'm starting to become a bit more neutral about the whole thing.
Hey, that's, you know what? I support neutrality. Open-minded, as long as you're researching both sides, at least you're seeking the truth, you know?
Yes, indeed. So, okay, so if you're neutral, what's your number one proof of flat Earth and what's your number one proof of ball Earth? Like, which one keeps each one of these things centered in your field of view?
Well, I'm still kind of more believing of a ball Earth, but I'm still kind of a bit neutral. But the thing about flat Earth that kind of like is that might be all the stuff is fake and everything, you know, is I've seen like some videos and stuff of flat earthers showing that like how people like the astronauts like actors and like they keep getting caught in wires and things like that make them like look like they're floating in space and stuff. That's like one of the things that really make you wonder if it's all fake and it's really flat things. But the thing that makes you think it's round is that it's like it's just all those proof, I guess. All those pictures and footage that they believe.
All those proofs, like what proof? Just name, one, like one. First thing, Earth is a ball because blah. Insert whatever.
Actually,
here.
like this. The other day I watched the SpaceX demo one launch of the Falcon 9.
Yep.
Crew capsule, whatever. And they had footage of it attached to it, and it showed that the Earth was round. So that the footage kind of real to me. So,
well, I mean, it showed the edge of the Earth sort of curving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to ask one thing, Karen, before, because we are getting near the break. I'm going to add one thing.
You can
did you ever
stay
see Star Wars? Well, I know, but did you ever see Star Wars?
Oh, I love Star Wars.
I know, I love it
Me too.
But you know what? They showed curvature there too.
Yeah, it has to do with a wide angle lens or a fisheye lens that they put on these rockets. It's like they strap these camera lenses onto the side of these rockets, and the curvature of the Earth is basically the same at the starting point as it is when they get to, you know, quote unquote 120,000 miles up in the air, which is about when the feed stops and it turns into either a 3D video or they cut to some other shot. It's like never a straight shot. It's never uncut from a launch pad to space orbit. And
the point for you, the point for you, sir, is seeing a video of it isn't necessarily proof. I got it. It helps you to believe in all that, and that's cool. But look at some of the things like, you know, like we were talking about earlier with the actual measurable curvature and how far you can see and things like that. It's good that you're open-minded and you're learning, and that's good. You know, I think almost every one of the flat earthers out there believed in the ball. Even Mark himself said, you know, he got into flat earth to debunk it, to prove the ball. He just couldn't do it eventually, and now he's a flat earther. So I encourage you to continue researching. Absolutely. And we're...
Brittany, go.
Oh, there's the music. Want us to bring you through the break?
Want to keep talking to us? Yeah, keep them on. Keep them on.
We'll bring you back on after the break.
Okay.
Okay.
You are now tuned into the truth frequency.
Your protection from deception. TLR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
Welcome back. Strange World. And just to keep it going, yes, that was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album Night and Day. And it turns out Mark's got all his 8 tracks right here. Did you know that?
I'm shocked.
I want to bring that caller back on that we were just talking to so we can finish our conversation.
The new guy.
Caller, are you there still?
In part 4 of 4 of
yes.
Strange World with not so Mark Sargent and very Karen B and the other guy.
269, are you still here with us? Yeah, kind of talking to the mic.
I'm here.
There we go. Karen, you want to...
Go ahead.
Earlier about the moon pictures and the scale of the Earth from it.
Yes.
I just wanted to throw in, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the moon's orbit isn't like a perfect circle around the Earth. And well, that's what NASA and all of them say. But,
well, this is
more like
they say it's an ellipse. All orbits are actually ellipses. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you know what the pictures we're talking about, you should check them out. So look up the picture of NASA did actually a video of the moon crossing in front of the Earth, taken from a satellite several months, almost a year ago, I think. And then look at the recent Japan picture that they took of the dark side of the moon, and you can see the Earth. Even if the moon's an elliptical pattern, that elliptical pattern, well, my gosh, the moon would have to be tiny for us at some point then. Just compare those two pictures is what we're saying. You can make your own judgment up, but you compare those two pictures and maybe call back in next week to Mark and discuss what you found there. I think that'll be very revealing to you.
Mm-hmm.
I would say look a lot at the Earth around you, because we can't really go into space and measure what's up there or the lights in the sky or really kind of prove where they are or how far they are. Like nobody can prove that. But what we can do is look at the Earth down here that's under our feet. And that's why we say the Earth is flat and stationary, right? Because we can't measure any curvature on Earth. We can see farther than we should be able to see. And this is documented over and over and over again. And people would have us believe that this was like some sort of mirage or some sort of magical lighting effect that we're seeing that's magically lifting the light up over the curve of the Earth and bringing it around the curve perfectly to our eye, completely undistorted and just as it was. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We can see too far, and then Earth's motion can't be detected. It just can't. They want to tell you that Foucault's pendulum detects Earth's motion, but Foucault pendulum, I mean, just go look it up anywhere online. They have magnets in them to keep the motion going. They say, oh, if you start your pendulum and it starts going the wrong way, simply stop it and start it again. It's like, well, if it's being dictated by the Earth's motion, why would it ever go the wrong way? And not only that, but you have to look up something called the Elias effect, which is when there is a full lunar eclipse. If you have a pendulum going, it stops swinging in one direction and starts swinging completely the other way. So are we to believe that Earth is spinning the other direction or orbiting the sun in the other direction? Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's no true cause and effect relationship set up between these things. And this is where we have the problem. And this is where we keep, arguing back and forth. It's like people can just say, oh, it's because of this. No, it's not, because you can't prove a cause and effect relationship. Do you understand where the disconnect is there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why don't you check some of that stuff out and then maybe call in next week and get the Mr. Sargent's view on it. Okay?
All
right. Thanks for calling.
Have a good day.
You too. It's always good to see someone slowly awakening. All right. I'm going to take
Mr. Sargent. Where is Mr. Sargent?
I don't know, but I'm going to take this next caller because you made this caller a promise. Are you ready, Karen?
I made a promise?
Yes. Get your vocal cords warmed up.
Oh.
Ready?
Is this caller from
Go
New
ahead.
York?
Start singing. Yes. Start singing.
Yeah.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it.
New York, New York.
Thanks for not letting.
Beautiful, Karen. Beautiful.
It's not
you
quite like
said
Mark.
blah blah blah. You could have said blah blah blah, and I would have been happy.
Next time I'll just say
shout out-
blah blah
Nice.
blah 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 blah.
Would have been perfect. Hey, shout out to Ace, and I'll get off real quick. But I found something on that launch that it's going to take 2 months, 8 weeks, which is roughly 60 days. It's going to travel a total of 4 million miles, and that divided by 60 days works out to 6,066,666,666.
Holy cow! I'm just impressed you did math,
miles
Zulu.
per hour. Yeah, I was just like, I wonder if there's any hidden numbers there. It was just interesting. But 8 weeks, 2 months for this journey to go around there and then come back.
And where does the 666 come in?
The total distance travel will be 4 million miles, and that's 2 months, 8 weeks, about 30 days. So I just divided it by 30 days just to see, well, what would be the speed? What is it traveling? So according to that, if it were a consistent speed, it would be 66,666. And I just thought that was interesting. It was hidden in the map.
That is interesting. It's always there somewhere, isn't it? It's not really hidden.
Weird, right?
All right,
No,
Zulu, you're
no,
hogging
no.
all the time up. You're trying to be like Ace.
Yep.
I know
Shout
you
out to
are.
Ace and Mark. I heard
I love
Larry
you. I
call
love
in
you,
and
Mark.
got away. I love you, Karen. Love you, Brian.
Shout
Bye.
out to who?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Shout out to Mark. There you go. What's up?
Damn right, shout out to Mark. Have you guys burned down my show while I was gone?
Oh, they drove it into the ground. No, they
killed it
uplifted
with fire. Killed it with fire.
You probably got another 100,000.
Nice. Nice. Really, really great. I leave for 90 minutes and I come back and everything's on fire.
Listen, you know how it is
texting
when
me.
I'm around. Karen likes big boom.
This is true. This is true.
No, seriously, what did I miss? I actually didn't know anything. I just was trying to build the interview I just did, which was a lot of noise. Anything good?
Fun? Yes, lots of good things been going on. In fact, we just had a caller that's on the edge, and we'll see where they go.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And we're getting lots.
Karen, by the way, you crushed the song. Seriously, way better than I could do. You're gonna get song requests now. I guarantee it.
No.
It was awesome. By the time you got to the second bar, it's like, oh, really? Wow. Have you ever done? Oh my God, that's right. You spent 2 years as a lounge singer in Manhattan.
Oh,
that's right.
That's right. I forgot about that. I know it was under an assumed name, and I can't put my finger on the name. What was it?
It was a very dark time in my life, and kind of a rough patch, and I just was doing what I had to do to get by.
Well, you know what? I think we should just keep Mark on. We'll keep Mark on the phone because we still have control. So we can just
if you guys didn't know by now, obviously by audio quality, I am coming in via phone because officially my show has been hijacked. I'm pretty sure that Brian and Karen are in collusion with the Russians. And that the same team that helped Donald Trump are helping you, which I don't appreciate very much.
But you know what? We're getting lots of requests that we should just do this every week and keep you off. I'm just saying.
Shout out to QAnon.
Shout out to QAnon. Unless Chris Geo buzzes you and says, "Oh, I love what you guys did. You need your own show." I don't want to hear it.
That's right, Chris Geo. Email us.
Yeah, if Chris Geo's listening, then he can say, "Well, come on." Karen could do her own show right now.
He's not listening right now. Right now, he's doing ayahuasca on the top of a pyramid. Are you kidding me? He's not listening to this. Got way more important things.
I don't think he ever listens to Strange World unless he knew we were here. I don't think he listens to it.
Yeah.
What? Oh, he may not. I mean, there's so many shows. He's been doing this for a while.
Can you take the last couple calls, Mark, if I bring them in for you?
Sure. Hopefully I can hear them. I've got my headphones in. I'll have to crank it up. Sure. Go ahead.
Crank it up. All right. So we're going to go to 510. I think. 510, you're live.
510, you're on with Strange World. What's happening?
Oh, man, it's a classic show tonight.
I knew it.
Man, you made it out somehow, huh?
What's up, Nathaniel?
What's going on, good people? Karen B, Mr. Master Gunner, and Mark finally decided to escape and make his way in on his own platform.
Well, hopefully we'll hear the shot from Larry's gun and he'll fall off, but we'll see.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Good deal. Man, I don't have too much. Y'all kind of already spoke about the Behind the Curve. I still haven't seen it, but I felt like I've seen it just from all the conversation. I think the thing that I'm a little bit most disappointed about is, from the Flat Earth group, how, just listening to you guys, how y'all have been having to explain certain things that wasn't mentioned. It's like, come on now, y'all supposed to know how editing is. So why would you ask a question like that? Like, duh, they said all the things that need to have been said. I would have think we would obviously know that, editing works however you want it to work. But yet still people's like, well, Jaron, why you didn't say this? And Mark, why you didn't do this? It's like, what, really? Okay. I now have to question these so-called flat earthers' researching abilities. So. And I thought that was kind of obvious, but maybe not.
Hey, do you want a copy of the film?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you have a
Yeah,
I mean, do you have a
know what?
laptop?
I have a laptop. And I think I should because I agree with you. Not so much I agree with you, but to everybody's point, people are still watching and they're curious. And it has helped a lot of people, channels, be more recognized and looked at and so on and so forth. So I just still don't understand why people cringe, the whole cringing thing. This is not going to be received the way you think it's going to be received. It has to be rough, rugged, raw. no holds bar. This is what it has to be, and it's okay. So yeah, you can send it to me. And don't you find it very, very interesting that all these prehistoric tests that has allegedly been done to prove the spinning and all that, it hasn't been expounded upon. Like nothing new has came behind it,
Right.
And how we have talked about it ad nauseum, like the space program is the only program that has been given a pass, and people just blindly just look over the fact that nothing has advanced in that area. And you mean to tell me you get what did they say? 3 pieces of aluminum foil
Right.
for the little, like, seriously, 3 pieces of aluminum foil, and this is supposed to withstand. But yet, still, any documentary or any movie you hear, space is just supposed to be this horror show. But yet, and still, the equipment that's used, it's like, we can handle it. So I don't know, man. It's funny. It's funny stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got, man.
I'm sorry, Nathaniel. Email me your the best email address when you get a chance, and I'll shoot it to you.
All good. That'll work. I'll go ahead and get off the phone. I've been enjoying the show thus far.
It's
you have
better this
excellent
week,
fillers.
isn't it? Isn't it better this week?
Nathaniel,
job
great
well
call.
done.
Great call, great points, and great call. Thank you.
Hey, sis, I just want to let you know, because of you have made me a smarter guy. So therefore, I can speak with a whole lot more. What's the word? Not charisma, not charismatic, but more conviction. So thank you. Continue to keep educating. And that's no. And yes, Brian, your soliloquies, and Mark, yeah, you already know, man. You're the recruiter, man. You're all over the place. And I enjoyed the show that you did with the 18-year-old, man. That was a good one.
Cool.
I liked that one. Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
The young folks is coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm doing 2 high schools tomorrow. So any critics
That's
you can send
awesome. Oh, I can't wait to hear those, man. That is awesome, man. Oh man, yeah. Oh man, Mark, they gonna be at you, man. They gonna be at you for real.
I can't wait.
But keep it flat. Let me go ahead and get off the lines, man. I love you all, man. Keep up
Have
the
a
good
good
work.
one.
Good night, Nathaniel.
All right. Good night.
Okay.
Wow, it is a pretty lively show, isn't it?
It is very lively. And Nathaniel's good people, in case anybody was not sure.
All right, let's see if we get the last 2 callers in. Nathaniel's always good.
Yeah.
He's driving. All right, next call, let's see, 562. You're alive. Be nice.
That is me. I'll be the nicest caller tonight.
How
Hello.
nice will you be?
Very nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Is this one of those phone lines? Is that what it is? Did I dial the wrong number?
I've been on board since the beginning, so I'll be nice.
Awesome. I like nice people.
What's going on?
Actually, my grandfather was a flat earther. And
really?
He told me about it in the 70s, yeah. Oh, yes. I've been a flat earther for a long time.
Very good. Very good. What did you
I have like a technical... Huh?
Well, I'm just curious why your grandfather was a flat earther. What was he about? What did he do? Was he a sailor?
Actually, my grandfather was a bricklayer, but he was a Bible flat earther.
Okay, awesome.
So he believed in the Bible, and I mean he was a flat earther, and he from a little kid, and that's the first thing that came to my mind when I heard about flat Earth. All these things came back to me about my grandfather, and it just broke through the indoctrination. I was resistant to it, but he was constantly telling me about it, and school, the indoctrination from school kind of kept me away from it. But now since 2014, I've been a flat earther, like a full-time flat earther. But what I want to say is, say that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a technical issue, a technical thing about flat Earth, and it's right in front of our faces,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the streets. And if you look up the definition of spherical geometry, and if parallel lines on spherical geometry, has anybody ever looked up that?
Well, yes, it's not. There are no parallel lines on spherical geometry. There's tangents.
Exactly.
It would be a tangent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you look at like Pontchartrain, the the causeway on Pontchartrain, that's two parallel lines. So that right there would tell you right there that those two causeways, I think they're 25 miles long.
Mm-hmm.
And those two roads do not converge. They're straight 90. They're 90 degrees on both on the beginning and the end. So right there, that should be proof enough that we're not on the globe.
Isn't that funny? Because that's the one part of the plane where they say you can see the curvature the most easily, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's been disproven too. But I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, many times. But it doesn't matter how many times you show it to people; they always deny it. They're just in constant denial.
But they're not looking at the. Yeah, they're not looking at the parallel. Like in Los Angeles, where I'm from, there's two streets that are like 25, 30 miles long, and those streets are parallel, and there's intersecting streets that are parallel as well. So, I mean, intersecting streets that are parallel with that. So, just the building, just the street and the way things are laid out, I think that's enough to prove that. We're not on a ball. We're not on a sphere. We're not living on a sphere. So that's just one proof.
Okay. That's good.
That's right. That's just
I don't hear
one.
anybody.
That's just
Yeah,
one.
that's just one. I don't hear anybody talking about, but that's just one of my proofs. So.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
good talking to you.
Thank you.
Good talking to you guys. I wish I was kind of in the inner circle there, but one day I'll meet everyone. I've met Mark before, but
I'm sorry.
I look forward to meeting everyone else.
Yes,
All
and
right,
I'll never
sorry.
forget it. He was like a brother to me.
All right. Well,
All right,
you
guys,
have a good night.
night.
All right. Okay, we got one more call we can try to get in.
What do you got?
We got one more call from Canada, 905. You're on the air. You got about 3 minutes.
Canada.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I gotta be a part of it. Karen?
New York.
No. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah.
Yeah, I just had to sing for Mark. And hey, Mark, welcome back.
Hey, man. Thanks. I was double booked tonight. If you guys didn't already know, I did a interview with a bigger channel / podcast called John's Arcade, which was weird. He does not do a lot of conspiracy stuff, and he watched the documentary with some friends, and he really loved it. So we came on, and he had 2 science people with him, and Patricia was on my side, and the 5 of us got into it. So it was fun.
Well, I look forward to hearing that one.
Oh, it's going up.
When's it going up?
Right this second. So it'll be done shortly after the show. Maybe, 15, 20 minutes.
Well,
yeah,
we'll definitely watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not going to be up all night tonight.
And again, tomorrow morning is when I get into the high schools, the young people.
I don't know why you're not going to be
that'll
up
be
all
fun too.
night tonight. Everybody should be up all night, every night, listening to Mark Sargent interviews.
Wow. Seriously, Karen.
That's pretty good.
Why are you not doing freaking radio right now? This is awesome.
I'm not.
You
Oh,
could
wait.
do seriously.
Am
You
I?
could do the evening shows and just crush it. You could.
Good. Yeah.
She could.
Karen B and the other guy. It's a great title.
It is. I like the title. All right. Well, we're going to
Aaron
end the
B
show up.
and random host.
So
It could be taken so many different ways. 2 ways in particular.
Oh,
we're going
right.
to say goodbye to our caller again. Although, for the record, we
See ya,
take
Brian.
count. Ace McLeod has won for the most calls in. Mark, we got 2 minutes, so
Really?
I'll let you do your whatever you want to do at the end for your 2 minutes here. Well, you got a minute.
Oh,
and 30
okay.
seconds.
Thank you for Karen and Brian for doing the replacement host gig, which was super great. And what else? Tomorrow I'm going to be doing Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes with Patricia Early. That is going to be 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern, because I'm talking to young people and seducing them to the dark side of Flat Earth early in the morning. And then doing an interview with somebody named Samantha Scarlett in the afternoon. She's a saucy bitch. Yeah, I know, right? I don't think that's her real name. But whatever. And then keep track of my time. Friday, I am doing a high school down in Perth, which is weird because that's one of those time travel things because they're actually going to be ahead of me. And actually, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Or Thursday because it's their Friday. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm doing Calvary University with Patricia. That's kind of a podcast thing. Next
20
week
seconds.
on Strange World. What?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Shake
okay.
that booty.
Jeff Grupp is going to be with me. Jeff Grupp is coming on the show next week, March 12th. I don't know if I'm going to have a host or not because I don't really need him and I hate all you people. And then after that, who knows? And don't forget all the conferences coming up the rest of the year: New Zealand, UK, Amsterdam, and of course Dallas. And there's one that was just announced in Calgary.
He doesn't hate me. He loves me the most. The most. Don't anybody forget it.
That is rumor spread by my competitor.
There's the
anyway,
music.
good night,
I
everybody.
rule. You drool.